Well, this one I've been floating around the idea for a while, but I have thought the last 2 months I need to nail down what planner I'm going to get for 2026. So
Yes.
that needs to be decided and ordered. And I listened to our planner guest, Sarah, Best
Yes.
Laid Plans, and she's always giving a lot of suggestions. The one I'm using right now, I think it's the Bloom. I love the daily.
Mhm.
But some of the other ones I want to
Right.
research. So I do want a daily one, almost
Mhm.
like an appointment book, but where it has more.
Okay.
Even maybe how many glasses of water you're drinking every
Oh,
day.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
a whole page. Welcome to Redesigning Health and Home. I'm Meg.
And I'm Carrie. We love creating beautiful, functional spaces and living healthy, vibrant lives. So join us as we chat about simple, practical ways to take care of your body, mind, and your home. Whether it's fitness tips, home decor ideas, or navigating those big life moments, we're here to share what works for us and what doesn't, with some encouragement along the way.
Let's redesign this life together, one step, one room, and one habit at a time.
Hello and welcome to Redesigning Health and Home. I'm Carrie and I'm here with my friend Meg in person.
Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Yes, this is our Halloween episode and we decided to take it a little bit of a different direction.
Yes. We know starting November 1st, you have 2 months left of 2025.
How crazy
So
is that?
what is still hanging out there from maybe your New Year's resolutions or your goals list for 2025? Or maybe this could just be a spark. Hey, I have 2 months of 2025. Maybe you don't even have a goals list or resolution and you just think, I want to go out with a bang. I'm going to make a few little internal thoughts of things I want to do, and what could they be?
Yeah, right. Yeah, a mini reset.
Yeah.
Refocus maybe,
How
right?
can you use
Yeah.
these last 60 days to go out of 2025 feeling strong and
Yeah.
great?
Yeah, for sure. So when we first talked about this idea, something that came to mind for me was getting ready for the holidays. I do not like that whole stressful feeling of the holidays. So I try to do as much as I can ahead of time to prepare for it so that I can just enjoy it. I don't know. How is it at your house? So at my house, like if it wasn't for me, there wouldn't be a Christmas. I'm just going to say that.
Okay.
Like, okay, that's maybe a little exaggeration. But what I mean is I'm a planner. I do the food and the decorations and pretty much any gifts that happen. So yeah. And my husband's a great supporter. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be able to buy all those things.
Exactly.
And
It's
so
a team effort.
he's a huge contributor in that way. I'm not saying he's not. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty of the planning, it falls to me, and I love that because it's something I love to do, but it can be stressful if you don't get ahead of it. So I'm already waiting to sit down with my cup of coffee and my notebook to make lists and lists of all the things.
Now, I remember when we did our Joyful Ritual episode 2. Listener Katie talked about how every year she goes to, her holiday.
Yes.
What worked and what didn't. Do you have like a last year?
That's a genius move. We should ask her for her list.
Right?
She might have some really helpful
Yeah.
suggestions for it. So last year we were at my sister's house. So maybe that's a suggestion is go to somebody else's house.
Go to someone else's house. Exactly. Okay.
But I think that is a really good tip for the future. I don't tend to make notes like that, but that's a genius move, right?
So if you're hosting, you're just starting fresh. Like, what do I need? Who's coming?
Yeah, I think you learn stuff about how your house flows and how it functions. So from that perspective of setting up, I think it does help to reflect back on previous, but I don't specifically write it down.
Okay.
But I do think that is a great idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to take these 60 days or this month to really zero in on your holiday preparation.
Yeah, for sure. And so for us, for Thanksgiving, it's the 4 of us, maybe 5 of us. if her boyfriend joins us.
Okay.
We have a very small window of time
Mm-hmm.
because our other daughter has to work. And so we've just decided to stay close to home and make the best of it for the four of us. But then Christmas, we all have more flexibility in our schedule.
Nice.
So we'll be able to maybe do a little travel in there. So, yeah.
Perfect.
So that will factor in as well.
Great.
Right?
Well, that's a great way to spend this time.
Yeah.
I like that
Yeah.
one.
So
Very
that's
much.
one piece, which I don't think is anything groundbreaking. I think a lot of women do some planning around the holidays, but I just find it makes it much less stressful if you can plan ahead.
I like it. Planning's key.
Yeah.
For
How
sure.
about you?
Well, this one I've been floating around the idea for a while, but I have thought the last 2 months I need to nail down what planner I'm going to get for 2026.
Yes.
So that needs to be decided and ordered. And I listened to our planner guest, Sarah, Best
Yes.
Laid Plans, and she's always giving a lot of suggestions. People call in with their suggestions of planners they're using. The one I'm using right now, I think it's the Bloom. I love the daily.
Mhm.
But some of the other ones I haven't even heard of or want to
Right.
research. So I do want a daily one, almost
Mhm.
like an appointment book,
Right.
but where it has more.
Okay.
Even maybe how many glasses of water you're drinking every day.
Oh,
That
yeah.
so a whole page is a
Right.
day
Okay.
where you can do your
So broken down from like 6 a.m. to
exactly
bedtime kind of
6,
thing.
7, 8,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But some of them I'm hearing from where I'm listening to these planner podcasts, they're so large that the year is broken into 2 books. Or maybe the size is smaller. So I do like maybe an 8 by 11.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
want to just definitely get that ordered
Yeah.
soon.
Will you let us know what you end up choosing?
Oh my gosh, yes, I'm
Please.
excited.
Yes, yes. A little rate and review of the different planners because
That'd be fun.
yeah. I print very large, and my husband's a scientist, so he prints tiny. I can't. I need it big.
Yes.
Like I need my to-do list to be big.
Yes.
The bigger the
And
better.
many.
Yeah.
I'll write it
Yes.
here and then I'll write it there and whichever one.
And there's a sticky note on the front door to remind. Yes,
You got it.
all the things. So, and there's so many beautiful planners, and I know Sarah Hart Unger mentioned the Hobonichi planners.
Yes.
Which she said the paper is very thin, which is why they can pack a lot into their books. I'd be curious. I've never seen one of those in person, so that
I have not either. She just was mentioning about the shipping is delayed. Really a lot. So she said, I'm not getting nervous yet, but I don't have it and I've ordered it. So I don't know if I'll go that route, but I'll look at the stores, I'll look online, I'll kind of listen and I'll let y'all know.
Yeah, sounds really good. Well, my other thing is I just want to stay strong with my walking, and Meg was so kind in sharing her ideas with me about getting stronger. And so I actually decided to move my equipment, my little rolly cart downstairs so that everything's down there. And the reason I did that is it gets dark so early now, and it's only going to be earlier.
Okay.
So I feel like that gives me the option of working out inside when it's dark, because it's going to be getting dark at like 4 soon.
Imagine that, right?
Right? Not too far off.
Okay.
So it gives me some more options. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, you're doing great. I mean, you're walking.
Well, thank you.
And your girls live in the city. I mean, that's walking just...
True.
Right?
Yes.
Well, good.
That's true.
Good. And then I think the next one I want to do, I'm going to revisit my goals, because I did do resolutions. And then I mentioned this just over at FitFed Feeling Good, that we had a life event where my father passed away.
Yes. I remember.
Pretty much I revved up the New Year's resolutions and redesigning health and home. The New Year's resolutions are, January 1st, right?
Yeah.
So I was this year, I listened to some productivity podcasts, and they said, do your goals and resolutions a few weeks before. So then, they start. So you can actually edit them, review them. So I was going so strong. And then my dad unfortunately passed, and they all, but that happens.
Yeah, the priority changes to to family and taking care of one another. And
Absolutely. And like you and I talked about the reviewing of our summer bucket list, or we'll probably review our fall bucket list. What did we do to what didn't we do? And we can kind of push that. So I'm going to go back to this year's planner. At the very beginning, I have my resolutions. And I know I'm still doing fairly well on some, but I want to revisit those last ones and just see if maybe I can pick them back up.
Yeah.
One was I was going to send physical birthday cards.
Ah, right.
I started strong.
Right?
I probably still have the stamps in my planner because I had the stamps, I had the cards.
Yes.
And I even had the dates in my planner. I went through that first week in January and just wrote everybody's birthday throughout the year.
Right. And then this is when I actually need to mail it by, right? Because you can't mail it on the day.
Yes. And so now I'm just kind of flipping through and I'm like, well, happy birthday, happy birthday. And then the texts, so I think there's a few in November, December, like to get that. And if we talk about New Year 2026 goals, I would like to put that one back on, among others. I know that's not a big productive, organize my whole house or, start a new business.
But the intention behind it is so sweet, right? It's connecting with the people that you care about in a real tangible way. And
that's nice.
That whole receiving mail thing is, other than our bills, which even those are mostly online. So now it's flyers. You don't really get much mail. So getting some happy mail.
Happy mail.
That's very
now, what do you think? Okay, I'm going to sidetrack. Do you think the mail will still continue?
Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it?
Carrie's eyes got so big. Well, because I called a bank recently. And I needed them to send me a document. And they said, we stopped doing that because so much has gotten lost in the mail.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I see what you mean.
They said, you need to come in. Right. You need to FedEx or whatever. So then I thought,
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good question. My husband said something the other day and I didn't realize that he didn't know about it. And I was like, how did you not know about it? And he's like, how did you know about it? Do you get the USPS mail that tells you what's coming?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
With informed delivery.
Yeah. It's got pictures. It shows you the front of the envelope. Yeah, exactly. So you know exactly when things are coming. And my husband was like, really? I never even knew that existed.
You probably set it up when you moved?
I think so.
I probably set it up when I moved.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think everybody gets it.
Yeah, it's awesome though, right?
It's awesome. Are we paying for that?
I don't know. I don't know, but if they're charging us, we are.
If they're charging us, we are.
I don't think so.
I didn't give any credit card or anything.
No, I don't think I did either. Okay. So anyway, that's a really
sounds like an expensive
thing to do. Yeah, but it's all automated, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
Somebody figured that out.
I mean, must take pictures of the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sidetrack. I do have that, and I like it a lot.
I do, too.
I do.
Just when you were talking about your New Year's resolutions and revisiting your goals for 2025, it made me think of when you talked about having a word for the year. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I started that on Fit, Fed, Feeling Good. And I did actually get a good response about that.
Oh, okay.
People were sending in, it was more of words like to understand, understand, because they felt maybe they always just wanted to be understood or creative, not so in the business. So I asked for a bunch of people just to send in their words, and they were all really, brave. I remember brave, someone, and I thought, why is that going to make me cry now?
Right.
So 2026, I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Talk about that, ask our listeners for their one word that could just maybe bring up some courage for them to think of a word that they would want to bring into the year and apply that to their life.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's so many great words. I have a couple friends who do the same thing. Anything from words like resilient to words like adventurous. Like, how fun is that?
Exactly.
And what do you want the next year to feel like or be about? And it's not like every minute of your whole year is going to be that, but just as a friendly reminder, maybe you print it off and put it on your bathroom mirror or something, just as a reminder that that's an intention that you have.
Absolutely. And I know a lot of women, I'll say women, I don't know men, they'll go into the year and say, I'm going to be so fit. And, but this is more of such an internal way of looking, imagining how they want their life to look.
Yeah. Bit of a compass, right? Like a bit of a compass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just to keep pulling you back into the direction you want to go.
I like that.
For that particular year.
I like that so much.
Yeah, I think that's a great one. It's hard, though, to pick one word.
It is really hard. Yes, it is really hard. I mean, well, maybe you could pick multiple. Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, I guess you could even brainstorm some words on a big paper.
Yes.
And have more than one.
Yeah, because maybe if you saw that adventurous or brave, and then you're walking out of your house and think, oh, yeah, I'm going to really, I'm going to try to be brave today.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's hard.
It is hard. It is hard for sure. What other thoughts do you have about the last 60 days of 2025? That's
it's
crazy.
Amazing.
Yes.
2026.
Doesn't that sound futuristic?
It sounds Jetsons.
It does.
Yeah. My girlfriend, because we're out in Tennessee, and I thought, I need people to have personal helicopters so they can just zip and see.
Yes, right.
Well, she sent me this article, and it really was this tiny Jetson-like. So I don't know if it'll be in our generation. Do you think?
But people are already thinking about it.
They're thinking about it.
Right? So what is it, like a little seat with a power pack and you just fly yourself?
That probably is coming, but this one looked like a helicopter.
Okay.
But just a tiny little chopper.
Who knows, right? I mean, there's lots of things that we have now that we never dreamed of, right?
Never. I think technology is just moving so fast. What about you, 2026 or 2025, last 2 months?
Yeah.
Last 2 months.
Last 2 months of 2025. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that a little bit more.
All right. Well, the holidays for sure.
Yeah, the holidays for sure. Taking care of our health. I don't know. That just seems to always come to the forefront.
Yeah,
when you get
for
to
sure.
be our age,
for sure.
The nutrition and the getting in enough exercise and taking care of ourselves that way. I spend a lot of time trying to support our girls, and I don't mean financially. I mean supporting them like emotionally and cheering them on. And I know you've been doing that for your kids while you're visiting too, right? Like, how can we? It's not like we're trying to do things for them. They're very capable, young adults. But how can we support them, right? Because it changes once they're out of the house.
It changes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you still are a mom and you still want to support them, but you want to do it, in a respectful way, in a helpful way.
Yes.
So I'm always kind of thinking about what does that look like for our kids now.
For sure.
Being parents to adult kids is awesome, isn't it?
It is.
It's so fun to see them. It's
different. Yes, it is so great.
Just to see like the culmination of all those years of them being little kids and what they're doing with their life. It's hard to be in your 20s, though.
I agree, especially just after that COVID situation. We all went through in our own way, but that was tough.
Yeah, for
That
sure.
was tough.
For sure. And I just think there's so much information coming at us, and they've lived their whole life almost, where they've had in the palm of their hand all this information, and I think it can be overwhelming too.
Yes.
But just to see how they're using their strengths to
definitely
be these amazing adults, it's just really fun. I don't know. Every age and stage is fun.
But every age and stage is fun, interesting, different.
Yeah.
But full of love.
Yeah. For sure.
I'm glad we talked about this because I'm going to go back and really kind of boost myself up to
Yeah.
go out strong,
Yeah.
you know?
And I think I'm going to think about 2026 goals.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm not really a New Year's resolution person.
All right.
Because I feel like it's like a setup.
It is. It is.
Right? Like, I'm going to go to the gym every day. And then the first day you don't go, you're like, well, there went that.
There
you know?
went that. Exactly.
So maybe reframing it as like those inspirational words or
yeah.
as goals rather than resolutions. That's
a good comment because you're right. The word New Year's resolutions might just be off-putting to some people.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it is some soft goals, or maybe it's one word of the day, one word for the year. So maybe we are helping just say, however you go about it, we're here to support you and encourage you, whether you want to do the resolutions. But maybe, we'll talk about our kind of goals or word or 2026.
Yeah, for sure. We'll revisit that in a different episode.
I like it.
Sounds great. Well, thank you so much for tuning in today, and we will see you next Friday. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Redesigning Health and Home podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode, we would love for you to like, share, and follow along so you can catch us on all future episodes. You can find me, Meg, at Fit, Fed, Feeling Good on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
And you can find me, Carrie, on my website at homestylewithcarrie.com and on Instagram and Facebook at Homestyle with Carrie. That's Kerri. And you can find both of us at Redesigning Health and Home on Instagram and Facebook. So join us next time for more inspiration on creating a home and a lifestyle that truly supports your best health.